and you're watching Karam TV. We are at Chris's Billiards in Chicago, Illinois, and we're here for the fourth stop of the 1999 Karam Corner Tour. And joining me to co-host is my sidekick, Minjay Pak. Say hello, Minjay.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here, Jan.
Good to have you. Good to have you. All right, we got a pretty good match in front of us here.
Yes, this is the final rounds in Chicago here between Torbjorn, Blomdahl, and Sang Chun Lee. Though this game really doesn't mean that much on paper, since first and second place has already been decided. This is basically a pride match here between Mr. Lee and Torbjorn. Right now, for first place, Sang Lee's already gotten first place with one loss. With no losses, and Torbjorn already has two losses. One to Fredrik Kudron and one to Hank Haberken. Of course, with Hank Haberken, he spotted him 43 to 50, 7 points on 50, and he lost that game in a nail biter by 2 points. It was an unbelievable game. He lost that match in 29 innings. He averaged a little under 1.7 and still lost to Hank Haberken, who averaged 1.4 and change against Blomdahl to beat him.
Here we have Torbjorn. Oh, got kissed.
Got a kiss over there.
Very, very unusual for get a kiss like that.
Well, I think these both players are pretty much relaxed. There's no pressure, and they just want to score a lot of billiards and make the spectators give them a show, so to speak.
Yeah, Sang Lee has the. This is the final match of the tournament, and Sang Lee is locked into first place. So this is for the pride, as it was.
Yes, and just to tell everybody here, where this is the Doc Herbert at Chris's Billiards is putting on this show along with Karam Corner's help. We have $45,000 in prize money here. We also had a consolation bracket. We had a total of 13 in the A finals and 8 in the consolation bracket, which is 21 prizes total. We also had a few of the European players come in, of course. We had Fredrik Kudron from Belgium. We had Tony Carlson. We had Nikos Polychronopoulos from Greece. And of course, Dick Jaspers, who was scheduled to be here, couldn't make it because he came down with a very, very bad case of the flu. He fainted on the way to the airport, actually.
Unbelievable.
And he still wanted to come. But his family members refused to let him go. Okay, as everybody knows, Mr. Sang Chun Lee just came from a win in Las Vegas. He beat Semi Sagner in the finals over there in the World Cup. So he's 2 for 2.
Yeah, he played terrific in Vegas.
Right, he played a tremendous games.
He was down 2-0 and made an incredible comeback.
Right, and just something like what he did last year in Chicago. This tournament was just a little bit anticlimactic because he won before the last match, but can't help those things sometimes. It was a great game between Federic Kujon and Sang Lee. It was a tremendous match, which you're gonna have to buy. You're gonna have to purchase that one to see.
It was a match just preceding this one, I believe.
Yeah. Of course, Sang Lee won since he's undefeated, but if you see that, it was very close game. There you saw Michael Kang playing on the other table. And as everybody now is waiting for the Sang Lee's and Michael Kang's new billiard room to open. They're the co-owners, partners, so to speak.
Sang Lee's given some courtesy to the adjoining table, adjacent table.
And the referee for this match, I believe, Jan, is
Jim Oliver. Couldn't think of his last name for a second.
Right, Jim
He's
Oliver.
the most dedicated referee on earth.
Oh yes, he was in Las Vegas. He took the lessons for referee and became an official referee according to the BWA. And he came all the way to Chicago just to referee. He did not participate in the tournament. It's a great try there by Sang Lee. He used a lot of speed, thin hit and speed to make the point. Torbjorn's thinking about a bank shot here. Torbjorn and Mr. Sang Lee have played many times. Usually they play against each other with 15-point 3 out of 5 format, which Torbjorn has the edge on. I think something like they played maybe 14 or 15 times, and Sang Lee has only beaten him 2 or 3 times. But with the 50-point or 60-point, the long games, Sang Lee has a slight edge. And I guess that's attributed to maybe his Sang Lee's ability to make higher runs and such. Right now, Torbjorn's averaging about a little over 1.9 for this tournament.
Not too bad. 1.9 average.
And right now I think he's on a 3 or 4 here. This is the first time Blomdahl Torbjorn has been here since I think about 14 years ago. They had a tournament.
In Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, they had a big tournament over here with Kulamins and Blomdahl and a whole bunch of other people were here.
Nice shot.
And he's just like a machine, isn't he?
Unbelievable.
He looks like an eagle on the table, just feasting on leftovers. This is Torbjorn's 3rd inning. I think he's on a run of 4 or 5 here. Play what's he doing? A reverse shot. A lot of maximum reverse English.
Wow. Oh, look at this hit. What a beautiful shot.
See the way he hit that so softly, but yet his cue ball retained so much of the English.
Yeah, it was.
That's his special stroke. He's got a tremendous stroke.
Very nice. Let's see, he's coming in for the point.
Ooh, he missed it going in. Just
Got it
going
coming
out
out from the back.
It doesn't. Looks like he's got a difficult shot. I think he can play just thin hit. 3 cushions or.
Doesn't seem to be
4.
hesitating. No hesitation there.
Well, Torbjorn's style is a little bit deceiving in that it looks like he's shooting so quickly, because he moves around the table so fast, but actually he takes his time.
This is just going to slide down 3 rails here. Oh, he missed the ball.
Oh, he missed the ball completely.
Yeah.
And he gave his traditional little noise when he makes a mistake. That was a run of 6 by Torbjorn.
Didn't seem like 6.
Oh, well, when he shoots, it's like a machine gun. Score is now 7-5, and we're in Sangley's 4th inning. We had 40 players in the preliminaries in this tournament. We had a full field, and I guess there was one notable absentee, was Bill Smith, who for some unfortunate reasons was not able to play this tournament. He is one of the best players in Chicago, and it was very sad that he was unable to participate in this tournament. Also, another notable missing was from last year was Pedro Buena.
Yeah, he couldn't come either.
Right, who couldn't make the tournament last year. He won the consolation bracket, and actually this year, winning the consolation bracket was Mr. Manuel Rosales, who's also in the finals.
And the B finals.
Yes, he won the B finals, and because of the auction, he bought the auction spot in the A finals. So he played in both actually, and I guess it was worth it for him because
He came in the money in both.
Right.
He was in the money.
right, first place for the A finals was actually the same as 8th place in the A finals, $2,000. So I would not have minded winning the B finals. Oh, this is a great shot. Reverse English to make it a little bit longer.
I think he's
Still a little bit too
short.
short.
Yeah.
I think
Little
he
short.
hit it just a little bit harder, maybe. And there's Torbjorn. It's very unusual, but we're already in August, and Torbjorn has not won a single tournament yet. That's very unusual for him. There have been, I believe, 2 World Cup tournaments and 2 or 3 Grand Prix tournaments, none of which he's been able to win. This is a great shot here. He's going to play full ball off the yellow, and a lot of follow-up to get the rails. He made the shot perfectly, but I don't think he got the action he wanted. He wanted a little bit slower with maybe 2 or 3 more rails. He had a little smile on his face. So he's going to play this very thin hit with reverse English. Just catch the end of the long rail.
Yeah, he's hesitating.
That's a very tough hit, even for the world champion. No, he's going to play draw. He's going to draw the ball a lot to make it shorter. 3 rails. Looks a little long,
Yeah, it's tough.
and he knows it.
He had to pull that. He had to really hook the ball to make it that short.
I think he was actually afraid to hook the ball too much, so he under compensated, so to speak.
He can hook it too much. He missed the short rail
Right.
altogether.
It's kind of like reverse psychology. Sangley's a lefty here, so he was looking at his favorite +2 shot.
Behind the back. Probably the best behind the back shooter I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, he's. It's funny how many times I've seen him challenge people.
In Tijuana, he did that. He played a guy behind his back. Who did he play? Was it Manuel?
Yeah, no, he played the owner, I believe.
But it was unbelievable because I think he ran like a 7 or an 8 behind his back. I forget it was.
Well, yeah, he ran a 7 and out in that game. We have that on home video, not on the video that we can sell. But anybody interested in seeing the home video, we have a lot of home videos during these tournaments afterwards when we eat dinner and such. And the players have all played their tournaments and we're all done. The next day we leave.
A lot of clowning around.
Yeah, there's a lot of clowning around. These guys are great fun. They like to drink a little, you know, have fun, and after the tournament's done, of course.
Of course.
When the tournament is on, they're very serious. That this is their job, their livelihood, so they take it very seriously. But after it's done, there's a lot of fun that goes on, and anybody knows that anybody who comes to these tournaments knows that anybody's invited to have dinner at the end, the traditional dinner at the end of the tournament. Also, Fedor Kujon, who played very well this tournament, is locked for third place, no matter what. So his game is also not so important.
Very nice.
Very nice, and a good leave. There you see behind Torbjorn is Tony Carlson, who flew in on the fly, actually.
Saved the day.
Yes, saved the day since Dick Jaspers became ill. Tony Carlson graciously.
Yeah, I think he stopped his fishing trip or something.
Right, yes, he was on a vacation, and we called him and begged him to come to fill in Dick Jasper's spot. And he's struggling just a little bit. He's averaging very, very well, but he's struggling just a little bit. I don't think he was prepared mentally to come to this and play the tournament.
Yep, Sangley's.
Doesn't have much here. I think he's looking at rail first. On the right side of your screen, that rail first into the white ball. And he doesn't like it.
I don't know what he's doing. Guess we'll have to see.
Maybe rail first off the red. So, a lot of follow and dropping it in. Short drop it into the corner. Oh no, he played a.
Oh, he just caught the wrong
he played
rail.
long.
Yeah.
3 long rails in a row. Only he can think of a shot like that, huh?
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest tournaments ever, actually, in the United States. I don't believe we've ever had a tournament with $45,000 in prize money. I think maybe Sangley's, when Sangley had the SL Billiards in Roosevelt, he had, I think, a $40,000 tournament.
Yeah, there was a 40, yeah.
But not a $45,000 tournament. I mean, this is one of the biggest prize tournaments, even in the world, let alone just the United States.
I don't think he's got enough.
Again, yeah, he's got...
No.
Nope. It's one for Torbjorn. He has 13 points. Sangley now has 6 points. And we're going to go into the Sangley 7th inning.
This one to come in 3
This
or
is
4
a great,
rails,
yeah, this is a great shot for position. You just drift the white ball over to the left side of the screen, come over, score the point lightly, and I think he made it.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but doesn't have such a great lead. I think he can play off the red ball though. He'll play the red ball thin.
Yeah,
Three
or four
cushions,
rails.
3 or 4 cushions. This is also good. He'll probably get a decent leave after this. Looks a little bit long.
Yeah.
Well, he's not. It might be that since he knows he already won, he's
Very
kind
relaxed,
of.
but
It's not that he's relaxed. You know that he wants to play well.
well,
But you lose that edge, so to speak, that eye of the tiger.
the killer instinct. But
Right.
he always has a desire to beat Torbjorn if he can.
Oh, there you see on your screen, playing with Michael Kang is Nikos Polychronopoulos. He is the reigning junior European champion, which those of you who don't know, you must be under 21 years of age to participate. And he is a solid 1.2 average player, yet he's only 20 years old. So look out for him in a few years, everybody.
It's amazing. Kid really plays very well. Just unbelievable for his age.
And what a personality he has.
Yeah. He's averaging well over 1 this tournament, I think, right?
Oh yeah, he's averaging over 1.2 actually. Oh no, little under 1.2 so far.
Ooh. Torbjorn just missed that one again.
But his record is very good. His game is very important also. None of the other places besides first, second, and third are decided. So many important games we have. Stanley's going to use his touch to drop this in.
He's got to pass the.
Look at that form, a little
There's
flick
a
of the
little
wrist.
kiss. Passes by the ball. Not a kiss in sight.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot, but I think they look almost frozen.
I can't tell. Let's see.
Balls look almost frozen, but no, I think there's a little air in between there. If he hit a little bit harder, or he got a little better hit, he would have had a perfect 3 cushion shot. But
let's see what he does here.
well, if he can reach it, he's going to play with a little speed. Thin hit off the right side of the white. Long, short, long, and 3 or 4 rails. So it's a 2-way shot. Of course, I could be completely wrong.
Sometimes you just never know what he's going to do.
Played a forced follow shot, but he had absolutely no cue. Very uncomfortable bridge to make that. He didn't leave Torbjorn too much there.
Yeah.
But then again, you never know with Torbjorn. Right now he's looking to shoot lefty. He doesn't like it. See, again, it looks like he's shooting quickly. Because he moves around the table, he's looking around, he's got his cue on his shoulder. But he takes his time. And most European players do. They take their time.
He stays focused.
They're comfortable.
Looks like he's not focused, but he is.
Oh yeah, he wants to win. He knows he's in second place, but he wants everybody to know that, he's him. He's Blomdahl.
Yeah.
And it's funny how over the past, missed that one, over the past year or so now, there's been a routine, so to speak, between the top players. Like I stated earlier, Sangley has a very tough time against Torbjorn. He just cannot speak. He can't seem to. It seems that when they play, Torbjorn has the edge. Which means.
I think it's a psychological edge, to tell you the truth.
Right, but if you look at the record between Torbjorn and Frederick Coudron, seems like Blomdahl cannot beat Frederick Kujon. Frederick Kujon beat him in the last two or three tournaments. One in the semifinals, one in the finals. I mean, he just seems to have his number, so to speak. And again, Sang Lee seems to have Frederick Kujon's number.
Yeah.
Frederick Kujon just can't seem to beat Sang Lee, no matter how well he plays. So you have this little triangle where they each beat each other, and the other players, talk about that, and they know that it's very mental. Sang Lee has this mental block against Torbjorn. He thinks Torbjorn is so good. So when he plays with him, he just can't seem to be able to beat him. And that holds true for when Blomdahl and Kujon play, and when Kujon and Sang Lee play. It's funny. And of course there's Dick Jaspers, who pretty much beats everybody, and everybody beats him pretty equally.
Yeah.
So there's no mental psych out with him.
You got Sammy Sagner.
Right, Semi Sagner also.
Another wild card.
Yes, but Semi Sagner couldn't make it to this tournament. It's a super English shot there. Very slow with a lot of English to make that ball huge. The way he shot that shot, that last object ball was like a basketball.
Yeah, very big.
What is he trying here? No idea. Maybe he's going around the table. Oh, look at this.
What the heck was that?
Wow, he had a lot of reverse English on that. He had maybe quarter ball. He went short, long, short, and the reverse English made it come back. Again, making the ball huge, huh?
Gonna have to replay that one and watch it again.
Yeah. Everybody right now, you should rewind your VCRs. Look at that shot again.
See what the heck he didn't write us.
Practice that at home. Perfectly done for a run of 3, bringing the score 19-8 in Torbjorn's favor. This is a pretty easy shot. The only thing is that he's got to shoot lefty. He's a pretty good lefty shooter.
Right on the button.
Right on the button, and he hit the yellow ball 3 or 4 cushions, 3 rail speed into where it is now, but he got a little unlucky with the red ball hit. He didn't get such great position. He didn't get such a great lead, actually. Here he goes looking around the table. See how he moves around the table. Looks like a cougar on the prowl. That's a run of 5. And not such a great leave again. He's got maybe a +2 shot. He's just looking off the red. Torbjorn is a very, very, if you've ever really talked to him, he's a very, very humorous man. He's very, very witty. Yes.
He's hysterical. It's the only way I can describe him. He's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, a great sense of humor. I think maybe about 6-7 years ago, he was very, he wasn't as humorous. He was a much more serious person, but I guess the years of playing and
sure.
He missed that one with authority. Okay, that's a run of 5. Score is now 25-9, and this is the 12th inning. Blomdahl's averaging over 2. Sang-Lee is struggling just a little bit. He's getting not so great leaves, a little bit difficult. This one, he should make this one around the table, unless, of course, there is a hole here. It's like it's a pretty tough hit to make, I guess. I think if he plays this around the table, he's gonna have to play it 5 rails. Oh no, he's looking at off the white ball, I believe. Can't tell from this angle. Yep. Off by a mile. Got a bad hit there. What a great shot. Oh, missed by a hair.
Missed it.
He played it and flattened it out to make it a huge ball. Could have been a 3 or 4 rail shot. For those of you who aren't familiar with the points of the tournament, the seeded players played at 50 points, while the qualifiers played to 43 points. But when they play each other, they will play 50 points even up.
I think when the seeded players play the other guys, it's 50-43, was it?
Right, 50 to 43. 43 for the qualifiers, 50 for the seeded players. But this will be 50 points even up, of course. And you notice the different, such contrasting styles of Sang-Lee and Torbjorn. Well, the English didn't hold on that one. You can see the cueing on this. He's going to play this, I believe, 3 cushions. Very soft hit. Hoping to leave 3 balls in the middle of the table, which he does. And he has a plethora of shots here. Can't even begin to count how many shots he has here. Which one to choose? He's going to go for the point. Back and forth, 1.500 miles an hour. 100 miles an hour here. Play this, 3 cushions, with a little authority. He's just so comfortable on the table. As you can tell the way he plays, he doesn't use any system or anything like that. He
just feels what he's doing.
Yeah, great feeling. I mean, when you average 1.9, over 1.9 throughout the entire year, I mean, that's your average. You just don't miss shots. You don't miss easy shots.
You can't. Not to average like that. You make all the hangers.
Exactly. And it's funny how you see these players, and sometimes, of course, like everybody, they play very bad. They look like they're playing terrible, and you look at their average.
1.3, 1.4 is a bad game.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Oh, look at that shot. That was amazing.
Played that very high
More
ball.
control.
High ball, no English. That's actually a 2-way or 3-way shot. That kind of speed.
That was a great shot.
You can tell the difference. American-style players would not play a shot like that. They'll play something a little bit more defensive. When they're posed with such a difficult shot like that, they'll go more for the defensive, and the European players go more for going for the shot, especially in the beginning of the game. And that's why they average so high. Because they go for the shots, and by doing that, they change their mentality about being so offensive. They become used to that, and their averages have just been climbing through the roof. Nobody thought that you could break a
2-point average
in any tournament, but it's been done many, many times. For an entire tournament, Blomdahl's averaged 2.2, 2.1. We're not talking one game here, we're talking an entire tournament. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Imagine playing 5 games, finishing 50 points with an average of 20 innings each game.
I'd be happy to do it in one game.
Taking his time on this shot. He's looking at the rail first with reverse English. He's gonna just miss the red ball. Looks like a pretty difficult angle, even if he does hit it well. You can see he's trying to hype himself up, get himself going. Sometimes it might be even a little bit more pressure, because he doesn't want, he's used to a lot of pressure, obviously, but he wants to give a good show to everybody, and that's the times I've noticed that he plays the worst.
Yeah, tries the hardest.
It's not when first place is on the line, because he's used to that.
This has got to push the red ball out of the kiss. Oh, he played off the white.
Great shot.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought he was playing off the red ball.
No, he played with the reverse English.
Yeah, I see
off
what
the
he
white.
did. I wasn't even looking at that.
He wasn't playing his regular bank shot. But yeah, he's times that I've actually seen him play the worst is when he wants to play well for the spectators.
Yeah, not for the win.
Right, not for the win. It's a good shot, and he has a perfect position. We're playing. They're playing on the Verhoeven tables, which is probably the best tables in the world.
Also a sponsor.
Yes, also
Might
a
add.
sponsor of Carom Corner. We'd like to fully endorse the tables, even if they weren't a sponsor. Obviously, all the players agree that the Verhoeven tables are the most consistent, long-lasting, durable tables in the world. I think one of the reasons why is because they're basically handmade, as opposed to assembly line tables such as the Cheviots and other big companies that they have. This is more of a family business, albeit a pretty big family.
Yeah, must be.
But they make maybe 30 to 50 tables a year,
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
especially if you're doing it by hand.
Yeah, they're very, very hard workers. And very intelligent about tables. I mean, I had a conversation with Derek Verhoeven, and he was telling me things about tables that I had absolutely no idea about.
Really?
I mean, about because you have a heated tables, and it'll react. The tables will run differently if they're on marble floors, if they're on carpet.
Why?
What happens is, he told me an instance that happened to him. This one billiard club or cafe, so to speak, in Europe had two tables, and one of the tables was on the marble floor, and next to it, where the rug was another table.
Right.
And they put the tables in at the same time, same cloth, same ball, same everything. But after a few months of play, one table ran completely different than the other. And they took the table apart, they put it back together, they put new cloth, they did everything, but it just wasn't the same roll. And the reason that he discovered was that off the marble floor, the heat would was different than on the rug because the reflection.
It reflected the heat back?
Right, it reflected the heat back, so it changed the temperature of the table.
Really?
So it was a different temperature than the one on the rug, and since that was the case, it ran differently. Just a couple of degrees difference makes the table run completely different, he said. So what he did was he adjusted the heat so that it would be the same.
I didn't think the heat made that much of a difference, to be honest.
Oh yeah, yes it does. I mean, you can tell the difference on a cold table, how the ball rolls. I mean, it rolls a foot shorter on a cold table. If you ever try,
I never really noticed. I just thought it affected the speed more than the.
speed and the roll. I mean, the roll and the angles, also. Try it at home, folks. If you have a billiard room where there's a heated table, maybe you can experiment and take the plug off of one, see the difference. See if you can still make it 3 times around the table on that cold table. Okay, so he's gonna drop this in. 3 cushions, I believe. Oh, he played this 4
Couple
cushions.
more.
That's a very difficult shot. I think you have to be just as precise as playing at 3 cushions. He's got great position on this. Looks like a very easy shot, but
Just nicked it.
Just nicked it. You have to be. I mean, there was a little bit of a kiss there, but I'm surprised he played it with such speed. He's got his favorite drop-in shot here. What could possibly go wrong here, Jan?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Let's see.
Well, he's trying to make Sangley's
This
trying to
is no
get.
hanger, that's for sure.
Right, it's definitely not a hanger, but for him, it's as good a shot as any. That looks like it's a little too short there. Yes, and the new billiard room of Sangli and Michael Kang's are going to have Verhoeven tables.
10 of them, I believe.
Yes, 10 actually.
10 Verhovens.
Which I think is the most tables in the United States. 10.
I'm pretty
I don't
sure.
believe.
Except for maybe the one of those Elks clubs may have a bunch. I'm not sure.
Well, they used to. You have. They used to have
Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, Tacoma. You have guys like, Daryl Stutzman, the Western Region Director of the USBA. He has missed that by a mile, so to speak. He's part of the Elks Club there, and they have I believe they have 6 tables there, 5 or 6 tables. But they tell me that they used to have many. I mean, they used to have a whole floor, about 20 tables. And, it used to be so many people playing, but that was, I guess, many, many years ago, and now it's kind of dying out. But we're trying to bring it back. I guess most of you know out there that in the late 1800s and early 1900s, 3-cushion, or actually straight rail, balk line, and 3-cushion was very, very big in the United States.
I think probably more so than pool.
Oh yeah, definitely more than pool. Back then, definitely.
Up until the late 80s when Sang Lee came to the United States, the sport almost died off.
Oh yeah.
Sang Lee single-handedly revived it.
Great ticky there. Hit it with good stroke and a little bit below center to bring it short. If only he was a righty or he had 5-foot long arms, he could reach this. Instead, he's playing off the red. I have no idea what he's going to think. He's
Rail
gonna play,
first, maybe.
Yeah, rail first and
Come
try
in
to drop
short.
it in. Yeah, this is kind of what I call a poke and hope shot.
Poke and hope, huh?
You can hit it really good and still miss it.
Oh, he hit it pretty good.
He hit it pretty good, and he
Missed it.
still missed it. Yes, I must have jinxed him, but
That brings Torbjorn to the table.
well, I think he can hit this thin hit off the left side of the yellow. Try and drift the yellow ball past the red. Leave it over there in the corner so it won't come back and bother him.
Back and forth underneath. Yeah. What's he doing? Can't tell.
Maybe he's playing
Cross
the same
table?
shot. No, he's playing with the
Oh, yeah. Oh, look
same
at this.
shot as Sang Lee played before, just dropping it in.
Just got
Perfectly done.
nicely done.
Torbjorn right now is ranked number 2 in the world, according to the BWA UMB World Ranking. But he's the 1998 World Champion, which is, for those of you who don't know, is the person who attains the most points in the World Cup events, just the World Cup events. That does not include any Grand Prix or anything like that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't. There's
No,
between
I didn't.
four. There's between 4 and 7 World Cup tournaments throughout the year, usually, and each World Cup winner gets 60 points. Second place gets 45 points, and so on. And whoever gets the most points at the end of the year in those World Cup tournaments is crowned world champion, and they get this huge trophy, and of course, sponsors and money and women, or maybe not women, I don't know.
No.
But
this is a family show.
Oh, sorry, ladies out there. But that has absolutely nothing to do with the world ranking. The world ranking is who obtains the most points in any official BWA tournament, which includes the nationals of their respective countries, Grand Prix, intermediate tournaments, and World Cups. And there you ask me, Chen, what is the use of having a ranking?
What is the use of having a ranking, Jay?
Well, rankings, what they do is they take the ranking.
Oh, look at this shot, 3 times around.
Looks a little bit short, huh? Yep, just a little bit short. Great stroke he had, huh? That was a run of 3 by Torbjorn Blomdahl. I believe it's the 14th inning. And he has a 9-point lead against Sang Lee.
The ranking.
Oh, right, the ranking. Oh. The ranking, what the ranking does is it places players in the World Cup tournaments. As you know, it is World Cup tournaments, Grand Prix tournaments. They have a lot of players seeded in the single elimination event, and depending on your ranking is where you are on the ladder of that single elimination format. So in World Cup tournaments, the top 12 players are seeded in the finals. In Grand Prix tournaments, the top 8 are seeded. So the top 8 players have the best chance. They're up there in the, all they have to do is win 4 matches to win the entire event. While you have the guys who start from the preliminaries, who they have to win in their preliminaries, they have to make it to the main event, which is the final 32 players. And there you have these top 8 players in the world. You have Blomdahl, Jaspers, Sang Lee, Federico Joan, Marco Zanetti. You have these guys, and they're waiting for you in the finals. So you work and you work, and you make it to the finals, and there they are, and they knock you out in one game. Usually, that's what happens. And
Waiting to pick you off, huh?
Exactly. So what usually happens is you have to go there earlier. You have to play in the event, and God help you if you make it to the finals. You get to play with these guys, and they just knock you off like flies. Usually, not all the time, of course. But it's very important. The ranking is very important. So theoretically, you could be ranked 10th and still become world champion, which I believe Sang Lee did in the 1993-94 season. He was, I think, ranked number 6 or 7, but still became world champion.
It looks like he's...
So for those of you out there who want to become world champion, all you have to do is win maybe 2 or 3.
Look at his little ticky.
World Cups. Looks like he's going to play the 3 rails first, I think. No.
Oh, very nice.
No, he played the tiki first. He played reverse English, rail, ball, rail, long rail, and straight back.
Looks like a 3 rail shot. 1, 2. Look out.
Watch out. Yep.
A little interference.
Sang Lee, prior to the Las Vegas tournament, was only ranked, I think, 13th in the world. Since then, he's jumped to the 7th place spot, which means he's in very good shape for the rest of the World Cup circuit, so to speak, being in the top 8. Actually, I believe Sang Lee right now is in 2nd place to become world champion. In the lead right now is Semi Sagner with, I believe he has 75 points.
Sammy's first right now?
Yes, he's in the lead to become world champion, which means he has the most points so far from the 2 World Cups. In 2nd place is Sang Lee and Dick Jaspers, I believe, with 70 points. And Blomdahl is after that. Look at this force follow shot. Like, great stroke. Perfectly done. Talking to these players, they love coming to the United States and to play in these tournaments because they say that it's great practice.
This is a round-robin format. They play a lot of games.
Right. They're used to traveling, a day and a half.
Getting knocked out in one round and going home.
Used to getting knocked out in.
No, but it happens.
Yeah, I guess half of them do. I mean, they play one game, they got knocked out, and they have to fold their arms and sit there and watch everybody else play. Usually, the person who wins is one of the top 12 players, and they start from only the 3rd or 4th round, so they play 4 games and they win the tournament. They played 4 games. Over here, they play for 4 days. They played a total of 12 games in 4 days. They love it. Terrific force follow,
Nice
double
shot.
the rail by Mr. Sang Lee. And we'll give you the update of the score in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. He's really trying to get into a rhythm, but he's just not getting good leaves after tough shots like that. Looks like he's going to play this around the table.
Right around it. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, just got a kiss.
Just caught the kiss.
He needed just a little bit more ball. I believe he just made one right now.
Torbjorn was having a little trouble there with the lights. Keep shielding his eyes. He's the only one that really complained, though. Thought the lights over the table were a little too bright.
Well, it can't be too bright since he's averaging over 1.9.
I don't think it's hurting his game a lot.
Imagine if the conditions were perfect according to him. He'd be averaging 2.9. Great shot. Great shot, and let's see what happens if this yellow ball stays away from the rail. He's got a good shot. If not, then not. Look at him. He doesn't like the shot. He had one of those disgusted expressions on his face.
Come up with something.
He's looking. Looks like he's looking at double rail. But you see how he takes his time, yet he looks like he's shooting quickly. He's just going to try 3 rails, I think.
He's got how's he going to... That's an awful thin hit. Oh, he force followed through it.
Well, he didn't really force follow.
Well,
Yeah, see that kind of stroke? I mean, it takes so much to do that. If we try something like that, it's very difficult. So he made 1 point there, and the score right now is 31 for Torbjorn Blomdahl and 24 for Sang Lee. And Sang Lee starting the 17th inning with a very difficult shot. Looks like he's going to play up and down. I think he's playing up and down. I can't tell from this angle.
no, he pulled it back.
Pulled it back with a lot, and this looks perfect. This, and look at where the white ball is going. Almost big and fat in the corner. That was a great recovery shot.
Not sure what he's looking to do here. Pretty
Well,
close
he's
to the
looking
red
around
ball.
and around, yeah, but I think he's going to play off the white ball. Almost the same shot that he played before. Except now, a little bit easier. Maybe he's playing rail first. Huh? He's putting a lot of English on the ball. Yeah, he's playing rail first, full ball hit. Bring it all the way down to the corner and use the English
What a
to
shot.
score the point. I think for him, though, it's almost impossible to miss. This is a typically makeable shot. Let's see what he does with the object balls. Maybe he'll just score, maybe he'll do something. No, he just scored the point.
Yep.
When you're not feeling good, when you're not feeling like very, on the table, just Sang Lee says to just go for the point, just
Nail the point and loosen
nail
up.
it, and don't even think about the position or anything. Just go for it and try and get into a good rhythm. He's gonna, I think, English this shot here. Little draw. Oh, he used very little English actually. Great shot for a run of 4. And look how unlucky this is, huh? If he could play off if the white ball was off the rail, he could play 3 cushion easily. If the red ball wasn't in the way of his bridge, he could play off the white ball, but he's got neither. That's how unlucky he is. So he's got two choices here. Go for the very difficult shot where you have a good queuing bridge in hand, or go for the easier shot with a very difficult bridge. Look at that, he's got to jack it up and use an open bridge, and it's completely anti-Sang Lee, this shot. A lot of curve on the ball here. He's got to compensate. Oh, no English on that one. He knew he missed it right away. He ran back to his seat in disgust. That was a run of 4 to make the score 28-31. He's only 3 points behind now. At one point, the score was 25-9. He's making a comeback here. Let's see how the world champion reacts to the upstart.
Upstart.
1, 2, 3.
That's pretty
4. Good. Perfectly done. That's one of the most difficult shots on the table, especially since the last object ball was so far away from the cushion. And he nails it without even thinking. Perfect position for another string of 10, 12, who knows. Torbjorn's high run so far in this tournament, believe it or not, has been an 18, which,
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's very good, and hopefully we have that on videotape.
No, that one we don't, actually. He did it on the table 1. But what's funny is one of the matches that we had, while the players were taking a break, I think it was, not sure who it was, Sang Lee, Kudron, I think. Blomdahl was on the next table, and during the break, I zoomed in on him, and I caught him running a 10 during the intermission. It's actually on. It's going to be on the tape.
Oh, that's great. That'll be a nice treat.
Nice little treat, a little trinket thrown in there. Just a quick 10 he just put up, during a short break there.
Okay, that was a quick 2 by Torbjorn. Make his score to 33. Now we're in the 7th inning stretch, so to speak. Both players are coming out punching or batting.
Swinging.
Look at this, he's got absolutely no luck in his leaves, huh? If the white ball was just an inch or 2 higher, it'd be such an easy shot. But since at this angle, he's got to worry about the kiss into the red, the kiss coming into his ball. There's many things to worry about now. He's got to bank that white ball somewhere.
Hopefully not into the red. Oh, he just missed it.
Just missed the red ball by about an inch or 2. 2 points for Mr. Lee. And this is actually the second time we've had a Cam Corner tournament here in Chicago, and the second time Mr. Lee has won. So he's
yeah, and the last time it was a very close one too.
Right, well, last one was a squeaker. This is much different than this one.
Yeah, that was a 3-way playoff, and he just barely.
Right, that was a great, but just saying that, and he won in the last tournament in Las Vegas, in the World Cup tournament. So us Americans have a lot to be proud of. He's undefeated in home turf, so to speak. So I guess the Europeans will think twice about coming to the United States and thinking about
picking us off.
Picking the Americans off, yeah, exactly.
The fact is, if it wasn't for Sang Lee, they'd come here and they'd roll right over us.
Well, actually, yeah. Hope the balls look kind of frozen there.
Yeah. Hold them up to the light, you can tell. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, no, they're not frozen.
Nice shooting is not frozen.
I think he's gonna have to masse just a little. Oh, he's really cueing high there. I guess he has to masse a lot. But again, Sang Lee is a master of the little game, straight rail. So he does know how to masse just a little bit long.
Little long. Nice try.
He does know how to masse, and he was a Korean national champion of straight rail. So, and you should see some of his score sheets
Straight rail?
from in Korea straight rail. They used to play to 200 points straight rail, and his games would be 200 and out, 200 and out, 200 and out, 200 and out, 200 and out.
Incredible.
So he'd take the break shot, and the other person would just not shoot. Another one for Blomdahl, just keeps making point after point after point. And you know what? It doesn't look like he's playing so great.
What's he averaging? Can you tell?
Well, he has, after this one, he's got 34 points in 18 innings. So he's averaging, he's below averaging by a little, so to speak. 1.8 maybe. He's averaging maybe a 1.7, 1.8, but he looks like he's not playing well.
I'd like to play a 1.8 game once, see what it feels like.
For those of you watching this tape, we also have a tape I know that we have where Torbjorn Blomdahl plays Manuel Rosales. And he ties a world record, a United States record actually, I think.
For the innings,
for
right?
50, yes, for 50 points in 14 innings, I believe.
That's a U.S. record?
I believe so. I think for 50 points. I think last year Jaspers had the same. It might have been 13. I'm not.
I seem to think 13. Yeah, in Chicago, didn't Dick run a 13? Yeah, he had a 13-point game last year in Chicago.
13 inning game, did he?
Yeah, 13-inning game
I'm not sure.
last year in this room, and we didn't get it on tape. That's why I remember. It was on another
right.
table.
So this might be the best 50-point game.
Well, since
last year. I think Semi Sagner had a 13-point game at the 96 SL tournament. So I think it's one better, but.
Oh yeah, that's where he beat Sang Lee.
Right.
He averaged 3.3. Sang Lee averaged 2.2 and got killed.
Oh no! Then that means no. That means it was a. If it's 3.3, then it's a 15-inning game. This beats it. Blomdahl averaged 3.5.
Yeah, it was 3.3. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, if Semi Sagner's average was 3.3 in that game, then it must have been 50 points in 15 innings.
I remember that game. Sang had to go to 60. He went to 50, and he beat Sang.
Right. So he made his 50 points in 15 innings. So this beats it by one.
Mm-hmm.
So
but I think I'm almost positive Jaspers last year at this room did a 13-point.
Right,
game.
But I was going to say that this is the best game that we have taped in the United States. 50 points in.
This is true.
14 innings.
This is true.
Since the Jaspers last year wasn't taped.
The ones that doesn't count. Right. Wasn't taped. It doesn't count.
It's only in our heads. It's only in our memories. Okay, Sang Lee missed on that shot. And here we go with Torbjorn.
He's doing something here.
A little ticky rail first. He's gonna have.
Let's see what he does here.
This is a fairly makeable shot here. Doesn't like it though. I think he can play this just a thin hit. He's either playing thin hit or maybe he's gonna play just a thin hit.
Got through it.
Look at the way he
tremendous.
Barely moved that red ball. He hit it pretty hard, and that red ball moved about a foot and a half.
He feathered it. Yeah.
You can see Torbjorn there with his little sticker. He wants some on his sticker, sponsor on his vest. Ticky shot.
Perfect.
You can tell how the Europeans have adapted some of Sang Lee's shots into their game. Their rail first shots are played in much more frequency than before. Not just the regular ticky shots, 2 rails first and such, reverse English, things like that. Of course that they've always known it, but they play it a lot more now.
up in for the
Hit this
back.
5 rails, which he does very nicely. Look at him laugh. He laughed a little bit.
You don't like his leaves.
Yeah, he doesn't like to leave, but it goes to show you that he knows how it should be, basically. How he basically screwed up the leave, or I mean, you look at the competition now. For him to average, in the tournaments, he's averaging 1.8, 1.9, and he hasn't won a single tournament yet. Is that unbelievable or what?
It's hard to believe.
I mean, what do you have to do to win a tournament? Average 3? This doesn't look too good. Disappointed in himself.
Just missed it.
And it looks like we're going to take a little bit of a break here. And while we do that, I guess we can go over some of the other what's going on in this tournament right now. Nico Rosson are playing for 3rd and 4th place. I mean, 4th and 5th place, which is a big game over there also. And the winner of our lotto for this tournament was Carlos Mercado. He paid $50.
That's right. Everybody buys a lottery ticket, and
Right.
the winner gets to play in the finals.
Yeah, he bought 1 or 2 tickets, and
He won it last year too, didn't he? Or did he buy it last year?
no, he never won
At
the lotto.
Tijuana, I mean.
At Tijuana, he bought it.
Oh, that was the auction he bought. Yeah.
No, in Tijuana, he did not play in the finals in Tijuana.
You sure?
Yeah, Moonbum Hyo won the
Oh, yeah, that's right.
won the auction spot, and another player won the lotto. He played in Boston. No, he played in Edgies. He paid.
Yes, Edgies, that's what it
he
was.
bought
I
the
knew
auction.
it, yeah.
And this time he won for $50. He won a chance to play with the great players of the world. Isn't that a treat? Oh, he missed that one, and he's in shock. Perfect position for
Left him sitting
Torbjorn. That was
pretty
a
good.
very big
I'd
mistake
venture to
there.
say that he will make this point.
Mm-hmm.
Can't imagine what could possibly go wrong.
The only thing we have to wonder is how many points he'll make after that.
This is true. He holds the position, as I think we could see he did.
Yep, look at that.
Perfect.
Well, I think it would have been better if it was maybe 1 or 2 more inches to the left.
You think?
Now he's going to have a little difficult time getting the perfect position unless...
Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, not too easy. I think he can play 3 or 4 rails off the yellow ball. Hit the left side of the yellow or the right side if you're looking at it from his point of view, but come all the way down into the corner for 3 or 4 rails. Let's see how he plays it. Plays it 3 rails. And he just nicks it. It's a run of 3, I believe. And we're getting near the end of the game here. Give you an update on the score in just a moment. I'm going to have to consult with Mr. Gary Eek, who's the official scorekeeper for this game. What is he doing here? It looks like he's going around the table. This one definitely 100 miles an hour. Around the table
Yeah,
short.
coming real short, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hit it really hard and just...
Ooh, what the heck was that? He was trying to back up the other corner? Reverse the other corner?
I think he hit the wrong way. I think he hit the long way. I think he was trying... long, the right-sided long, and then whip into the corner. hit the same long rail, come back down around the table. Which means I think he's showboating a little, so to speak.
Possible.
It's a great 3-cushion shot there.
Yeah.
Stay on this. Let's stay on this view here. He made a great shot, and again he's left a very difficult position. If the red ball was an inch to the left or the right, he'd have a decent shot, but he's taking his time on this shot. This is a very important shot here. I think Blomdahl needs only 7 points to finish this game. Sangley needs a big run here. He's going to try rail first. Just missed it.
Just missed it.
Played 3 rails first, actually. It's a little bit of a defensive shot. If he hit the white ball on the side that he wanted, even though he missed the shot, he would have left something difficult. But instead, he left a very easy shot. That's 1 point. And good position. He's definitely free stroking now, ladies and gentlemen. Sangley in the last 5 innings, 5-6 innings, has only scored a couple of points. Blomdahl has scored every inning. 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. And right now he's on a run of 2. Well, but you never know until the game's over.
That's it.
Sangley has run many times in the teens.
These guys, it takes 1-2 innings, and that's it.
Oh, definitely. We've seen millions of comebacks and losses, so to speak. And
what inning are we in now?
we're in the 22nd inning, I believe. And Torbjorn is on a run of 2. And that's the 3rd point. 3rd point. And the position is good.
Good?
Good, not great. He's got a bunch of shots here. And most of the games around have finished, so everyone's looking at this match. Oh, we got an uncharacteristic kiss for a run of 3. That brings him to 46 points. All he needs is 4 points. Sangley, on the other hand, needs 17. So it looks like odds are in his favor, and look at the leave that he gave him. Look at it, absolutely nothing. Oh no, I'm sorry. It might be he has 43 points. We're gonna have to check that with Mr. Iki. There's Jim Oliver. making sure players don't do any funny business.
I'm surprised he doesn't play in the tournament. He seems to love the game. I don't know if he plays.
Well, I talked to. He came to Chicago with Carlos, and I guess supposedly he knows how to play, but doesn't feel like he's good enough as of yet to participate in the tournaments.
Oh.
Saying he's going to try reverse English, I believe, underneath the red ball, catch another 2 rails, and then hit the white, and then the red. Unbelievable, just thinking about it. And he doesn't like it. No, he's just gonna play a regular 3. Doesn't like that either.
There's kisses all over the place.
Okay, he's going back to it. He's gonna hit around the
I'm not sure what he's trying to do.
3.5 dime. No, he's gonna try reverse English, long rail.
Oh, I see.
Long rail, short rail, and then.
I think it's long. Yeah, long, short. Yeah. Ooh, he just missed that.
Just missed the
what
white ball.
What a great try. He just missed that. Tremendous try.
But to make a shot like that, not only do you have to hit it perfectly, but you have to get a little lucky also.
Yeah. Oh, it's a small ball.
He's just leaving Torbjorn easy shots. Yes, and we just checked with Mr. Gary Iki, the score. I was mistaken, the score is 43-33, and this is Torbjorn's 22nd inning. So with Blomdahl's 1, that brings the score to 44. So, sorry for the mistake there. He has 6 points left. And he has very good position. So another point. That brings us to 45. And we're at the end of the road. Perhaps. He's got another good shot here. Just play this little English, hit the drive the yellow ball, 1 rail.
Spin the ball up.
Get the yellow ball over there. All he has to
just
there.
Caught it. He almost went past it.
Get another good shot. Only thing he has to worry about here is a little kissy, but should be no problem for the world champion.
I would think not.
Unless, of course, there is a hole, but it's a very small hole. It's almost not possible to go through the hole.
Maybe short.
Oh, look at that. He's looking around like, what happened?
Yeah.
That was a very uncharacteristic mistake. Let's see if Sangley can capitalize on it. I mean, that kind of point you can account for the world champion. But well, let's see what happens. It's 46-33. Sangley shooting. It's 23rd inning. Plays it around the table long. No problem with the kiss. And good shot. But again, look at this leave. Jeez.
Sometimes the balls just don't roll your way.
No shot. Even if the red ball, where the red ball is bad, but just it's almost frozen on the rail. I mean, he could have played. He's a lefty, so he can reach around and play the. He could have dropped it in 3 cushion maybe and play a lot of safe, this and that. But this is absolutely just nothing he's got.
He's got to get a real super hit on a red ball.
Yeah, he's got to get it hit
and steal a 3rd rail.
Right, exactly. Let's see what he can do. Oh no, look at that.
What the heck was that? Wow.
He wanted the 3 rails first, I believe.
Yeah.
He did just a fraction of an inch.
Torbjorn jumps right up.
jumps right up, and he's faced with difficult shot. I don't believe this is the correct shot, or maybe he's trying something different. Sangley's looking at him. Shoot from behind. I think he's just trying a thin hit, I guess. Any other way, he'll get a kiss.
Oh, what a hit. I don't believe this.
What a
Look at
great
this
hit.
shot.
Great hit. Look at
Holy cow, he hit it too good.
that. Wow.
That was some hit.
I think he played it that way because it became a two-way shot the way he hit it.
That was, I mean, I just, from that distance to hit it like that is unbelievable.
Well, I guess it's believable when you consider that he is the world champion.
I suppose. I saw it happen.
But, well, Sangley has another chance. He's got a decent shot here. He's got to
try and stretch.
But again, it's either, the ball is an inch too much this way or that way, or he has no cue, he doesn't have a good bridge, and now he's got to shoot, he's got to jump on the table halfway. If he was a righty, maybe he could, he can't even look at the ball. He can't even see where he's aiming.
Nah, too thin.
That is definitely a shame. I mean, it's too bad he doesn't have your...
My extension?
Your extension. That's what he needed that time.
I'd have to take the rubber off his stick, though. It would jam up with the rubber.
He doesn't use a bridge. He absolutely refuses to use a bridge.
Yeah,
I've never
amazing.
seen him even attempt to use a bridge.
There's got to be one occasion where it would have helped, you would think.
Well, look at this. 2 straight misses by Torbjorn Blomdahl. And he is not happy with himself. He knows he can lose this game.
He could definitely lose it. Just got to be careful.
Sangley needs is a couple of 5s or 6s.
You know, Sangley wants to have an undefeated record if possible.
Exactly. All he needs is a big run or a couple of small ones.
He should make this one.
I mean, he's undefeated and he's averaging 1.7. There's one. Now let's take a look at this position here. Okay, it's doable. It's definitely not easy. I guess the only shot here he can play is... oh, he's playing off the red.
I don't know what he's playing. Pulling it back off?
Yeah, I think he was trying to draw it back. I think the only shot he has here is off the yellow ball. Short, long, short. And perhaps he'll play with just enough speed to make it or miss it, thereby leaving Torbjorn not too much. Let's see what he comes up with. Yep.
I think he played it safe.
Well, he played it to make it, and...
Did he get it? He made it?
Yes, he made it. He just made it. He just made it, and he's got nothing. I mean, any other hit, he would have an easy around the table shot. But look at this, he's got nothing. It's unbelievable. I think he's gonna play he's play with reverse English and try and catch the corner over there, go around the table twice.
Reverse the whole table?
Yeah, play reverse English. Long, long, short.
Yeah.
Okay, the score is 36 for Mr. Sangley, 46 Mr. Torbjorn. And this is Torbjorn's 25th inning. That was Sangley's 25th. So
Looks like a big ticky here.
big ticky, and look at that.
Perfect. Wow.
That's a great shot.
Amazing.
And he did it to Sangley, who's considered the
Ticky master.
The ticky master. That's a funny term.
It's true, though.
I like that. Okay, he's got a good 3-cushion shot here. which should mean he has just 2 points left. 2 and playing for 2.
This isn't a lot here, but I guess it's probably something he'll see.
Well, if he finishes in this inning, he'll make his 50 points and in 25 innings, which will mean he's right on average. Can you believe that this is an average game for him? Imagine playing above average, 2.5, 3 point something. I mean,
I'd like to feel it once. Just one time.
perhaps in our next lives, Jan.
Maybe.
That's playing for 1 now. He's got 1 point, and look at the position. Well, what can possibly go wrong here, Jan?
Well, one never knows in this business. Let's see what he does.
Well, this game might not have been important on paper, but mentally, I think it was very important for Blomdahl to keep his mental edge over Sang Lee. And there's probably about 10 or 15 guys out there betting on this game as we speak. A lot of them crying, a lot of them smiling, but plays on the outside of the ball and short. Look at that. Great match.
And thank you, Mr. Min Jae Pak, for co-hosting. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another great three-cushion billiard match, coming to you from Chris's Billiards in Chicago, Illinois. Until the next time we have an opportunity to get together, as always, this is Jan Carl for Karam TV, hoping your next kiss has nothing to do with billiards. Bye-bye.